everyone. Welcome to my channel. Now we can see the topic of Taxila. From the ancient Neolithic tumulus of Saraikala to the ramparts of Sirkap, 2nd century BC, and the city of Sursuk, 1st century AD, Taxila illustrates the different stages in the development of a city on the Indus that was alternately influenced by Persia, Greece and Central Asia, and which, from the 5th century BC to the 2nd century AD, was an important Buddhist center of learning. Taxila, located in the Rawalpindi district of Pakistan's Punjab province, is a vast serial site that includes a Mesolithic cave and the archaeological remains of 4 early settlement sites, Buddhist monasteries, and a Muslim mosque and madrasa. Situated strategically on a branch of the Silk Road that linked China to the west, Taxila reached its apogee between the 1st and 5th centuries. It is now one of the most important archaeological sites in Asia. The ruins of the 4 settlement sites at Taxila reveal the pattern of urban evolution on the Indian subcontinent through more than 5 centuries. One of these sites, the Bir Mound, is associated with the historic event of the triumphant entry of Alexander the Great into Taxila. The archaeological sites of Saraikala, Bir, Sirkap, and Sursuk are collectively of unique importance in illustrating the evolution of urban settlement on the Indian subcontinent. The prehistoric mound of Saraikala represents the earliest settlement of Taxila, with evidence of Neolithic, Bronze Age, and Iron Age occupation. The Bir Mound is the earliest historic city of Taxila, and was probably founded in the 6th century BC by the Achaemenians. Its stone walls, house foundations, and winding streets represent the earliest forms of urbanization on the subcontinent. Bir is also associated with Alexander the Great's triumphant entry into Taxila in 326 BC. Sirkap was a fortified city founded during the mid-2nd century BC. The many private houses, stupas, and temples were laid out on the Hellenistic grid system and show the strong Western classical influence on local architecture. The city was destroyed in the 1st century by the Kushans, a Central Asian tribe. To the north, excavations of the ruins of the Kushan city of Sursuk have brought to light an irregular rectangle of walls in ashlar masonry, with rounded bastions. These walls attest to the early influence of Central Asian architectural forms on those of the subcontinent. The Taxila serial site also includes Kompar Cave, which has produced stratified microlithic tools of the Mesolithic period, and a number of Buddhist monasteries and stupas of various periods. Buddhist monuments erected throughout the Taxila Valley transformed it into a religious heartland and a destination for pilgrims from as far afield as Central Asia and China. The Buddhist archaeological sites at Taxila include the Dharmarajika complex and stupa, the Kader Mohra grouping, the Kalawan grouping, the Jiri monasteries, the Kunala stupa and monastery, the Jandial complex, the Lalchak and the Badaupur stupa remains and monasteries, the Mohra Moradu monastic remains, the Piplian and the Jalian remains, and the Bahalar stupa and remains. The Jiri complex also includes the remains of a 3-domed Muslim mosque, Ziyarat tomb, and madrasa school of the medieval period. The ruins of 4 universally meaningful settlement sites at Taxila, Saraidala, Bir, Sirkap, and Sursuk reveal the pattern of urban evolution on the Indian subcontinent through more than 5 centuries. Taxila is the only site of this unique importance on the subcontinent. 7. The Bahar Mound is associated with the historic event of the triumphant entry of Alexander the Great into Taxila.